Guys, welcome to another video, and today we're going to be making chocolate chip cookies. Vegan though. Hey guys, and welcome to Vlogmas! I'm so excited to share my chocolate chip cookie recipe with you and eat some cookies. So I always think it's a good idea to have some chocolate chip cookie dough freezing in your freezer for whenever family decides to drop in. So today I'm actually making a double batch. Tomorrow I do have some family coming in. I want to have cookies for them ready to go. But the double batch, I'm going to put the other half in the freezer to freeze for a later day. The reason I use a vegan recipe, Rob and I did go vegan in January of this year, and lately we haven't been doing it. We're definitely more like pescatarian, but I just love to eat cookie dough. With vegan recipes, there's no eggs and no fear of salmonella or anything like that, so I have been sticking with this recipe even though I do eat some eggs now, just so I can eat all the cookie dough. Frozen cookie dough is the best. Let's jump right on in. I did pre-measure out some of my ingredients. Some of them I didn't because they're really simple. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with my flaxseed egg. You need 2.5 tablespoons of water with 1 tablespoon of flax. I do throw in a little bit of chia as extra, but that's just totally up to you whether or not you want to do that. So since I'm doubling, I need 2 tablespoons of flax. And I probably put in a teaspoon of chia. I put in that much chia. Your ground flax, which I grind myself, and your chia seeds both need to be refrigerated, so I'm going to put them back in the fridge. So while this kind of marinates, I'm going to start by whipping my butter. I use plant butter from Country Crock. I actually get it at Walmart because it's the cheapest. So you need usually just 1 stick, but we're doubling it, so 2. I will link down below the Pinterest recipe that I use. I tried very many different types of vegan chocolate chip cookie recipes, and this one really is just the best. I find with the plant butter though, if you don't whip it enough, it won't work. What I usually start off with first is my sugar. Now I'm gonna let this beat for a little while to make sure that the sugar and the butter are well incorporated. If you don't do this, the cookies kind of come out crunchy. So. I am no baking expert, but I do have a pretty mean sweet tooth, and literally I've made this recipe a lot. So this is the consistency of our flax egg, and then I gotta really let that come together as well. You want this to be like one fluffy frosting kind of thing, consistency. Okay, can you see that? Yeah. So we want this consistency, very fluffy. So now is when I like to add my vanilla. I don't really measure, I just fill up the cap halfway and pour. And then I do like a drop or two of almond extract. I wouldn't run out and buy almond extract if you don't have it because it's not that big of a deal. I always put things away as I'm working so I know that I've already used that ingredient. So this recipe calls for baking powder and baking soda, I think. I always do half a teaspoon of each. So half a teaspoon of powder, half a teaspoon of soda. There we go. And then the other ingredient is cornstarch. You need 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. And cornstarch is a binder. You can use it to thicken up sauces and stuff like that. I guess I'm not entirely sure why it's in this recipe, but you need it so that the cookies stay together. And a little well of salt. It just looks like velvet. Now we put in the flour. Ooh. I probably should have broken that up. Now, chocolate chips. I always reserve a few at the end to kind of decorate the top so that everyone has even amounts of chocolate chips. So since I made a double batch, I'm going to go ahead and put some of the dough almost in like a brownie form for tomorrow when my relatives come. I got this greased with canola oil spray, and then I put the parchment paper in just to make doubly sure that it doesn't stick. So the other thing I like to do is freeze it. What I do is I use my ice cream scoop to make sure they're nice and even, and put them on a plate to go in the freezer, and once they're frozen then I'll transfer them into Tupperware. I'll probably bake off a few just so that we can see the finished product, but let's get to scooping. So I was thinking of putting some of these on the cookie brownies, the Christmas sprinkles. Got little Christmas trees and stuff in them. I don't know if they'll burn or melt or anything. So what I think I'm gonna do is test it on one of these cookies and see whether or not they do anything. So I'm going to quickly decorate these and see. But this is gonna go in the freezer, and I'll probably put it in the Tupperware and then back in the freezer tomorrow morning when they're rock hard. So the cookies just came out, and it looks like the sprinkles did bleed a little bit. They were in for 10 minutes. I think they're good. I'm just gonna let them cool on here, because a lot of people don't know if you leave them on the pan, they will continue cooking for a little bit. So I'm gonna let them finish, but it looks like these sprinkles melted. So I didn't put the sprinkles on the brownies, but if anything, we can just put a little frosting on the top and glue them on the top instead of actually putting them on cookies to bake. You know, sometimes just a little powdered sugar makes it look a little bit more Christmassy, so Do what you feel is right, but I don't ever recommend baking sprinkles. So the cookies are done and they do look great. I really feel like they have the perfect bake. The sprinkles did bleed a little bit, but that's okay. Very nice. Crunchy on the outside, soft in the middle, and so perfect enough you can even eat them raw. So thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe for all my Vlogmas videos. Like and comment down below what your favorite Christmas cookie is. And keep an eye out because there will be a few more baking videos that I'm super excited about. The next one has so many childhood memories for me. Can't wait. Have a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and I hope to see you soon. Stay safe and peace out.
Cookies.